Happy Friday, everybody. We've made it to the weekend, but cool down isn't quite here yet. I think it'll start tomorrow, but we've got an excessive heat warning and or heat advisory today. The numbers are going to be very similar to yesterday. A little cloud cover, so a quick jump. And by lunchtime, we're talking 105 plus, and I think we'll be up to around 110 today. Notice to the east how the model's predicting some smaller numbers by late afternoon. It's actually blowing up some storms, so we're going to get to that potential here in a second. Now, a lot of the football games tonight for high school have been moved. Notice the big blow up of those storms to the east, but let's say around the 8 o'clock hour, the numbers are still going to be near 100, except for those that get a shower. So that's going to be limited, I think. And then a cold front dropping through tomorrow morning, but there's no immediate big change. Now, it'll be a little lower, but I think especially in Arkansas, I expect another day of a heat advisory, whereas we'll be just under the criteria for much of Missouri. We'll see if our, say, southernmost counties get added to an advisory tomorrow, but it much depends on cloud cover. So, speaking of, high pressure now has moved just a little bit more to the southwest, what we would refer to as the ring of fire, kind of up and over the top. That's where all the thunderstorms are primarily. However, there is a very minor disturbance up here just near Kansas City. Now, most of the modeling caught that, and because the upper high is to our southwest, well, what'll happen is that this will tend to kind of drift to the southeast. Now, that may be just enough to kick up a couple of thunderstorms. We had like 2 of them yesterday. Now, there should be perhaps a few more than that. I don't know that it's going to be as widespread as this indicates, but the point is there may be a few storms out there, and of course some lightning and a cool down with the rain, but then they'll disappear after heat of the day. Now, here's 7 o'clock tomorrow, so I think late tonight we're probably going to have some storms develop up in this region. Some of those could drift south through the morning, but I don't really expect a whole lot of rain during the day. We'll keep the chance in there, but it should be very widely scattered. Then to the northwest, that X, is the remnant of Harold. That's the tropical system that came up from southern Texas, and it actually curved up through the western Rockies, and now it's doing this, and it will rotate around the high. But most modeling has now shifted a bit to the southwest with the track, so that rather than through the Ozarks, it heads just a little bit to our southwest. Now, models will steer a little bit different with this. Some are like right here, some are about here, and I'm showing you one that's a little bit more west. So the point is, the best chance of rain on Sunday will probably be the southwest half of the Ozarks. Relatively low confidence on this, but there will be a lot of moisture available, so patchy heavy rain is not out of the question, and that's likely it for a while. The jet stream, well, a big ridge to the north, and that's kept that jet way to the north. But this weekend, that high is going to retreat westward. It's going to allow the jet stream to dip south, and the cooler air, particularly from Sunday on, and it looks like it's going to stay locked in. So real hot and humid today, thus the advisory. Still in the 90s, and maybe even some upper 90s in Arkansas tomorrow. Widely scattered storms. The chance gets a little better Sunday, but probably the southwest half. The humidity really drops off next week. Highs below average, and low temps down either side of 60.